speeches. We shall fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This is a shocking story that I just came across from the Gatestone Institute. It appears the United States Congress is quietly trying to reduce the First Amendment. For those of you who don't know what this is, because you don't live in the US, well, it's part of the US Constitution. And that, as I say, I wished as a Canadian that we had right now to stop our communist dictator. Anyway, on with this. The First Amendment says, and I have to say, lawyers hate this because it says what it is. It's not, it has no legal mumbo jumbo like we have today. It says it plain and simple. Life would be a lot more concise if we spoke and wrote laws in this manner today. But then there would be no need for those lawyers, would there? Anyway, here goes. It's very, very long. It goes like this. Congress shall make no laws respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's the First Amendment. It doesn't go on 86 pages like they do in Parliament today. It's a matter of 40 or 50 words, I don't know. Now, I will turn to the heading, and this is just the heading of this document, and I urge you to go and read the full article, and I will put a link to it on my website, and I particularly urge any Americans listening to this, I hope there are Americans listening to this, the law already prohibits violence and threats of violence, and the law enforcement authorities are supposed to prosecute those intimidation, destruction, damage, vandalism, simple aggravated assault. What hate crimes are not already covered by the law? Why would those in the House of Representatives find it necessary to make such redundant statements if not in order to redefine the concept of hate crime? Perhaps by including hate speech, because they don't have it in the United States. The current resolution includes most of the major ethnic religious minorities in the United States, so it will have a far better chance of passing, as it will more easily fool representatives into thinking that the contents of the resolution are harmless. Would it not be appropriate for politicians sponsoring and voting for those resolutions, first of all, to find out what drives the organisations responsible for drafting them? The Investigative Project on Terrorism has authored a damning 88-page report about Muslim Public Affairs Council. American politicians do not seem to have taken much interest in this. And the article then expands out further. I urge you to go and read the article because it's quite frightening, because they're trying to incorporate into American law hate speech, which bypasses the First Amendment through the back door. And this is what they've forced it into Canada, they've forced it into Britain, they've jammed it into most Western countries, and now you can't say anything because it's classed as hate speech. Just in case you're wondering, yes, I did edit part of my speech for fear of being prosecuted in Canada. I want you to think about that. When does free speech become hate speech? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you will find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments on Spreaker.com under A Radio. That's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. You can find all my podcasts and all my morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com. Click on the Morning Moments tab.